What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today.
Hey guys, Jonathan here. In a recent video, I talked about celebrities that collect Lego, and it got me thinking, what celebrities have the most minifigures made of them? So I searched the internet, I found some Reddit threads, I found a really helpful article on Brickset and some other places to aggregate it, and then I had to update them because some of them hadn't been updated in a few years. We will be counting down, or rather counting up, and seeing which celebrities have the most minifigures made of them. Now we do have to set some ground rules as we get into it. There are so many celebrities that have minifigures made of them because they appeared in one movie one time, or maybe they got lucky and appeared in 2 different movies or shows, so I had to chop down the list somehow, and these are the rules I came up with. So for the sake of this video, we are not going to include strictly voice actors. For example, legends like Tom Kenny or Tara Strong have many minifigures made of their characters. However, since the title of the video is celebrities that have minifigures of them, it doesn't really make sense to have voice actors in this video, and I think I'm going to make that a separate video. Now, there is a caveat. Let's take Samuel L. Jackson, for example. Obviously in lots of different movies, but he was also Frozone in The Incredibles. Because he has a face character, I will include his voice actor character. However, I'm not counting characters that are only represented by voice actors. Make sense? So basically, yes, Samuel L. Jackson, no Tom Kenny. You'll be in a future video. One other thing to cover is I will not be counting repeat characters, and by that I mean Luke Skywalker is one character. Even though there's like 40 different versions of Luke Skywalker, if we have Mark Hamill on this list, Luke Skywalker only counts as one character instead of 40. Make sense? Alright, now that we've got the rules down, let's get into it. So let's start with the 2 Minifigure Club. These are all celebrities that have 2 minifigures made of them. At the very top, we've got Kristen Wiig, who appeared as Erin Gilbert in the 2016 Ghostbusters, and again as Cheetah in Wonder Woman 84. 2 not-so-great movies, but hey, both figures count. Harrison Ford makes the list with Han Solo and Indiana Jones. Talk about an absolute powerhouse. David Thewlis is both Lupin from Harry Potter and Ares from Wonder Woman, so technically, even though that's a brick-built figure, it still counts. Chris Hemsworth has appeared as Thor, but also as Kevin from the 2016 Ghostbusters set. Helena Bonham Carter appears as Bellatrix Lestrange in Harry Potter and as Red Harrington in The Lone Ranger. Orlando Bloom is up next, who is in Pirates of the Caribbean as Will Turner, and he's Legolas in Lord of the Rings. Jeff Goldblum was the Grandmaster in Thor Ragnarok and Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park. Sir Ben Kingsley is both the Mandarin from Iron Man 3 and Prince of Persia's Neeson. Jake Gyllenhaal is Dastan from Prince of Persia and Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home. Evangeline Lilly is Tariel from The Hobbit, as well as Marvel's Wasp. I hope I get his pronunciation right, but Kieran Shaw played a goblin scribe in The Hobbit and Tito in Star Wars. Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian and Maxwell Lord from Wonder Woman 84. Laura Dern is Holdo from Star Wars The Last Jedi, as well as Dr. Ellie Sattler from Jurassic Park. Ezra Miller speeds onto the list as the Flash in the DCEU and Credence Barebone from Fantastic Beasts. Lupita Nyong'o is both Maz Kanata from Star Wars The Force Awakens and Nakia from Black Panther. Kenny Baker is a Star Wars legend as the actor inside R2-D2, and he also appeared as Paploo in Return of the Jedi. Gary Oldman is Sirius Black from Harry Potter and also Commissioner Gordon from Batman. Lee Pace is Thranduil from The Hobbit, I hope I got that pronunciation right, and Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. Pat Roach appeared twice in the Indiana Jones franchise, the first time as the German mechanic in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and the second time as the thuggy guard in Temple of Doom. Benicio del Toro is unique because both of his minifigures kinda had unique releases. The first was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive collector from Guardians of the Galaxy, and the second was a polybag of his character DJ from Star Wars The Last Jedi. And our final member of the 2 Minifigure Club is Sir Christopher Lee, who appeared as Count Dooku in Star Wars and as Saruman from Lord of the Rings. As we move into the 3 Minifigure Club, there are a few more entries here. Michael Keaton has appeared as the Vulture, Beetlejuice, and 1989's Batman. Cate Blanchett appeared as Spalko from Indiana Jones, Gladriel from The Hobbit, and Hela from Thor Ragnarok. Johnny Depp was Captain Jack Sparrow, as well as Gellert Grindelwald from Fantastic Beasts, and Tonto from The Lone Ranger. Liam Neeson has a face character in Qui-Gon Jinn and 2 voice roles as Good Cop, Bad Cop, and Pa Cop from the Lego Movie. Because of how we're doing this list, Mark Hamill also makes the list. Of course, he's Luke Skywalker, but he also voiced Lego Sinestro and Lego the Trickster in an animated movie for LEGO called Justice League: Attack of the Legion of Doom. Alfred Molina made his LEGO debut as Doc Ock in 2004, but since then he's also appeared twice as Satipo from Indiana Jones, as well as Sheik Amar from Prince of Persia. Silas Carson is a Star Wars veteran, appearing in minifig form as Antidar Williams from the prequels, Newt Gunray from the prequels, and of course, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Chris Parsons finishes out our 3 minifigure club, who's played several protocol droids in Star Wars, landing him in minifig form as K-3PO, R-3PO, and the fearsome bounty hunter 4-LOM. The 4 minifigure club is much more exclusive, and the first member is Andy Serkis, who appears 4 times in minifig form as Supreme Leader Snoke from Star Wars, Ulysses Klaue from Black Panther, Alfred from The Batman, and Gollum from Lord of the Rings. John Ratzenberger appears as Major Bren Derlin from The Empire Strikes Back, but you probably recognize him more as the voice of Toy Story's Ham, Mac from Cars, and the Underminer from The Incredibles. Jason Isaacs has 1 face roll minifigure as Lucius Malfoy, but he also voiced the Grand Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels, as well as Leland Turbo and Siddeley in Cars 2. Staying in theme, Jon Favreau barely squeaks onto the list. He appeared in LEGO form as Marvel's Happy Hogan, which might be the least accurate minifigure ever released, but he also did the voice of Clone Wars Pre Vizsla, Rio Durant in Solo, and now the voice of Paz Vizsla in The Mandalorian. Samuel L. Jackson has 4 minifigures, those being Mace Windu from Star Wars, Nick Fury from Marvel, Ray Arnold from Jurassic Park, and Frozone from The Incredibles. The king of LEGO himself, Chris Pratt, appears as 4 minifigures. Owen Grady from Jurassic Park, Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, Emmett from the LEGO Movie, and Rex Dangervest from the LEGO Movie Part 2. It's also worth noting that if LEGO ever did sets based off of Parks and Rec or the Super Mario movie, it would bump him up to the next class, which is the 5 minifigures club. Now, before we move on, let's talk about Temuera Morrison. Of course, he's Jango and Boba Fett now, so that counts for 2, but he is also a face actor for the Clone Pilots as well as Commander Cody, which technically brings his total to 4, but he also did the voice of Commander Gree in Star Wars Episode 3, which would bring it up to 5. Now, of course, he voiced many random clones along the way, so I'm not really sure what his final character count would be, but I'm gonna count it as 5 and see what you guys think in the comments. Benedict Cumberbatch is also in an interesting spot because he's the Necromancer and Smaug from The Hobbit, as well as Doctor Strange. Technically, there have been 3 Doctor Strange variants though, so if you count the other 2 variants, he would be in the 5 club, those variants being Zombie Strange and Third Eye Strange, which came in the Sanctum Sanctorum. But when it's all said and done, the reigning champ of minifigures is Warwick Davis, who appears as a whopping total of 7 minifigures, depending on how you count it. The, of course, legit ones are Wicket, Wald, DDB-8 the droid, and Weasel from Star Wars, and his face character, Professor Flitwick from Harry Potter. Plus, he was Grip Hook and a Gringotts bank teller in Harry Potter, which helps add to the list. It's worth noting that the original first appearance of Grip Hook was only voiced by Warwick, but by the time the Deathly Hallows came around, he was in costume. The minifig for Grip Hook originally was based on his appearance in the first Harry Potter, but since Warwick did the voice and we've gotten another Grip Hook minifigure, I think it technically would still count. So a couple of fun facts as we wrap up. Cate Blanchett is the actress with the most minifigures, totaling in at 3. John Ratzenberger, Samuel L. Jackson, and Andy Serkis hold an interesting title because they all have 4 minifigures from 4 different franchises. And I still am not so sure about Temuera Morrison because, of course, he voiced a lot of background clone characters, so I'm curious to hear how you guys would rank him on this list. If you count those background clone characters between episode 2 and 3, there's a very good chance that he would be bumped way up high to the top of this list, dethroning Warwick Davis. But I'd love to hear what you guys think, so drop a comment down below, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm going to do a voice actor's version of this list in the future, but this one took a long time to put together, so I think I need a little break for right now. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and maybe check out one of my other videos listed here.